Hey, how you doing? Welcome to another week of American Pickerman for the week of April 1st and 2nd. This is Season 2, Episode 3. Not a lot out there this weekend. The weather's still deciding what it wants to do, so things are still a little quiet. Hoping things will pick up next weekend, but we'll see. It's still early. We'll see what happens. This weekend I picked up a bag full of pens and a cigar box full of pens. About 90% of the stuff I threw away or donated to the office supply fund here. In the cigar box, I got these 4 items out of the whole box full. Paid 75 cents for the box. This is what I wound up with. We'll call it a quarter a piece, but I got these 2 Parker pens, one pen, one pencil, mechanical pencil, and a retractable pen, which I thought was a pretty good find until I looked at them a little closer. There's some corrosion at the top, and this one's a little mangled at the top, so I may just keep these and use them myself. I like Parker pens. Always have, always will. But I also got a Schaefer 1960s fountain pen, bullet shape, really clean. Been used, but it's still real clean. Looking at about 10 to 15 on that one, so that's not too bad. An Auto Point mechanical pencil, kind of a thicker type, so that's got a good feel to it for whoever likes that kind of thing. I have no idea. Looks like it might also be Bakelite, but it's kind of hard to tell. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, it's from Colorado Builders Supply Company. So a quarter on that. We're thinking maybe 10. And then out of the bag of pens, I wound up with these 4 crazy items. Starting with the Scripto mechanical pencils from the 1970s. This one's cracked open, and I think that pen's been used just a little bit, but it's still minty, and it's got 6 extra leads with it. This one, the clear blue one, still sealed. They're both up right now on eBay. This one's at $8. This one's at $15.50. So at a quarter piece, that's a pretty good deal. Also out of there, I got an Auto Point double-sided pencil, red side, black side. So a quarter for that, we'll say, and that's probably going to go for 10. Best piece in there was this Parker fountain pen. It's a Parker 51 Special. Pretty clean, not a whole lot of wear on it. No bite marks or dings or anything too serious. The worst part about it is it's got, and I'm sure you can see that with the autofocus going crazy there. Right over here it says it's got an imprint that says Dale E. Lady on it. So that's going to reduce the value of that considerably. Maybe I'll get 10-15 out of that, which is still okay for the price I paid. Out of the cigar box again, I got these very fancy carbon copy type receipt books. I don't know, you can write your order for bacon and eggs on there and whatever. I don't know. I don't even know if these are going to sell, but as a lot, maybe I'll put them up there for $5 and see what happens. From another sale, got this. This is a pretty nice piece. It's the Hershey's 100th anniversary limited edition watch. It's a number like 15,000 something out of, boy, that's horrible, out of 20,000. Paid $5 for it. It's never been used. Still in the original tin. And it looks like they're going for around $30 or $40, so like that. At that same sale, I picked up a couple of these guys. These are like half-pound weights. I guess they're paper weights. It's got a little clock on there with an analog face on it. Both the batteries are dead. Got 2 of these, like I said. Both batteries are dead, but you know, buyer can put a battery in there and have a nice, funky-looking paperweight if you're into Hershey's chocolate. Picked up this Compendium of Cookery. This is from 1890. It's not in perfect shape. It's got some cracks on the hinges there, but the pages are all pretty solid, even though they're starting to get a little brittle. Some interesting things in here. It's got not only a bunch of recipes, it also has the indispensable book of knowledge, which gives you just a number of goofy things, how to make your own liquor. It's got a thing on embalming in here, so you know, it's something that every home should have. Paid $2 for that. Looks like $10 to $15. Not so bad. Also got a couple of games. The Game of France from Avalon Hill. I don't know why I buy these sometimes. It drives me crazy. It takes me a half hour to determine whether all the pieces are in there or not, but I paid $2 for it, and I'm probably only going to get 10 for it, if all the parts are there. So not a great buy on that, based just on the time that it takes to confirm that if it's all there. So I have to think about that in the future. And so I bought another one. And this one I know isn't complete because there's no manual in there, but what it does have, which is the reason I bought it, is it's got a number of the boards of the playing pieces, chits I believe they're called, and they're unpunched. So I may just sell these boards by themselves and get the $3 back that I paid for them. Not a great buy, but hey, it was kind of a quiet week. It was such a quiet week, in fact, that I think I threw away $25 on this guy. It's an old Boston silver-plated trumpet. It's certainly seen better days. It's actually only a semi-plated silver trumpet because it's got so much wear on it. Pretty thing at one point, I'm sure, but not so much anymore. Paid $25 for it, down from $30, but I still think that's about $15 more than I should have paid for it. I don't know. Sometimes when things are slow, I just have to buy something to appease the evil need, as I'm sure you all know. So not a great buy there, but on the other hand, I can't find this other piece. Where'd it go? Ah, here it is. This is a sterling silver basket with a cobalt blue dish in there. It's solid sterling. I think this is a sugar basket, it's called, or else it's a salt cellar. But I think it's the sugar basket. It's marked sterling on the bottom, which I'm sure you can see quite clearly there. It is hallmarked around the edge. I don't know that I'm going to be able to figure out what it says. It's just so close to the rim that it's almost illegible. But it's a nice piece. I only paid $2 for it. It was probably an ounce of sterling there, or close to it, and that's $30 right there. So, but based on what I could find, it's a $30 to $40 piece. So that's a pretty good deal for $2. And oh, one more thing, the big find of the week, and by big I mean large. This is a 4-foot Southpaw light beer sign, mirrored, got glass on it. Sounds just like glass. Anyway, I'm sure that sounded like glass. 4 feet of Southpaw beer man cave wall hanging right here. Paid $5 for it. I'm going to sell it as a local auction because I just don't want to ship this big a hunk of glass. Just too scary for me. So I'm still thinking on a local auction we'll probably bring in 30 or 40, and if it doesn't, I'll throw it on Craigslist and just see what happens there. That is about it, I guess. Here, one more last thing, because I just haven't tortured you enough yet. I had no idea when I bought these what a samboree was. Well, I looked it up, and it's like an RV convention. It's a whole bag of patches, and I had such great luck with those patches last week that I just had to buy this whole bag of patches for $2. $2 poorly spent. Apparently, samboree patches aren't nearly as popular as firearms patches, even though it's from the nice 1981 New Year's Rose Parade. This whole thing, I will probably maybe get the $2 that I spent on it. That's about it, but do stay tuned for updates on a few things that sold last week. That's coming up next, and you can see how that Ruger patch made out. Did really well. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.